Yes. Yes, we are live. Are you going to Mar-a-Lago?
Morning,
Bongino
everybody.
Cash. Oh, you interrupted my song, dude. I was gonna say Charlie Kirk and probably Pam. God, you interrupted. It's terrible,
I
terrible.
interrupted again. I'm sorry. Apologize.
Sons of a bitch. It was I didn't think of a joke today, so I thought because I've been singing Simon and Garfunkel all morning. I do a lot of things to keep out of my head that my husband is now going onto a plane yet again.
Here I was expecting a joke, waiting for the joke. Sorry.
Why, you had a joke?
No, I thought you did.
Well, when I sing most of the time, it's got something to it. Oh, you know what the joke is? You remember the meme I did last night? I am definitely going to post it soon. Today is going to be a conspiratorial day. Uh, perhaps I can. You know what I'm going to put up as today's actually? I'm going to put that up. That's crazy. It's so true. All right, you can share if you like to, Joe.
Okay. The
Tonight is really,
Democrats saying that they didn't vote for this, but we did. We did.
yo, the that was the last meme I put up, yeah.
Yeah. We definitely voted for Trump to do this. We did. I did.
You know, Joe, I put up a meme maybe about a day or two ago, I don't know. But it was a meme that I took out from my phone. Must be like 3 or 4 years old. It's still somewhat relevant. I'm not going to say
Uh-huh.
which meme it is, but it's one of the more recent memes, right? And somebody big copied it from us. Because, I
Oh,
mean, what are
far
the
out.
chances that a meme that I dug out of my phone, I can even look. I'm sure it's probably older than 3 years, if not four. What are the chances that it's going around on YouTube like a day later from when
It's
I put
actually
it
kind
up?
of cool.
Yeah, no, hey, listen, that's why a lot of people are putting their little insignia on these memes.
Hmm.
Why? Because you think the military that started it, like the Q that started these memes, have their insignia? Just be
Yeah.
proud that they did it because they're the ones that started it, friends.
Yeah. Take
Artists in the
pride in
military started this kind of shit.
take pride in that somebody thought it was good enough that they shared it. I mean, and then shared it more and more. You did a good job.
That's it. No, but it's
Yeah,
still relevant. That's not even what I'm saying, Joe, because it doesn't matter who shares first.
I
It
know.
doesn't
That's what I'm
matter.
saying. That's what I'm saying. It doesn't matter. Just
It's
be
nice
glad
that
that it got shared.
they noticed or
Right.
I told you there's people watching that they don't
That's
say
what
they're
I'm saying.
watching. It's very weird.
And that's
And
what I was
it's a
saying.
lot more than it's like half a dozen or more.
Right. Right.
So,
Yes, yes, yes.
good morning, my friends. Good morning. Good morning. I have a paint shirt on because my husband went away. Yesterday was his birthday. And for another part of his gift, I got him like 3 or 4 gifts at this point. When he comes home, his bathroom will have been painted. I'm gonna paint because he stays upstairs a lot more than I do. Because I have everything down here. And I, they used flat white paint. I know it. It's all flat white, maybe not an actual uh the john is separated, like the shower and the toilet bowl is separated from the sinks. So in there, I'm not sure. It looks pretty good in there. But I'm gonna paint underneath the sinks. I'm gonna probably put like a scene from The Quiet Man or an Irish scene. It's probably what I'll do. Just very, very pastel, very, very light. Like you'd have to really look at it closely to notice that there might be a picture going on there, something like that. In the medicine cabinet. It's not that much work, but I think he'll like it. And it looks cleaner, it's been years, the animals and such. Might as well get it done. Like the rest of the house too. So we have some disheartening news today, don't we, Joe? That
Yeah.
I I was barely awake when you were telling me last night about the students, but I'll let you explain.
There was a some kind of a gunman down in Mexico. He saw these kids. They had traveled from I don't know what's it's a Mexican city. It looks like. It doesn't even say what nationality these kids were, but they traveled south to the beaches towards Mexico. And they wanted to spend some time there. And this guy saw them. He went and kidnapped them. There was supposedly nine of them, five boys and four girls in the car. He killed and dismembered eight of them. February 27th.
Why? Why? Was there a reason? Was there any particular? How did he get a hold of all of them? Does it say? I mean, that's a lot of nine kids, five. I could see him threatening one, like they said happened on, not sure, one of the 9/11 planes. That, they probably had like a plastic knife to a kid's neck. I mean, how did they capture nine teens, right? Because
Nine
they're
teens.
traveling, right? Okay, teens.
Yeah. They're being tight-lipped about the reason behind the kidnapping and torture and dismemberment. These kids were traveling through Mexico to a
Dis
beach.
dismembering.
Yeah,
When psychotic people dismember, there's usually a heart, like a reason, like in-depth reason for it,
right.
some kind of emotional connection there, or
Well, they say that comes as the Trump administration imposed a series of tariffs on Mexico as punitive measure for the intolerable relationship between Mexico's government and the drug cartels. Because down in Mexico, the
it's
drug
not as heartfelt.
cartels are almost as strong as the Mexican government.
They're
That's a sad
they
thing.
are the Mexican government. They're
Well,
all one, Joe. They're all
kind
one.
of, sort of, not
Yes,
really.
they are. The cartels are the same as the MS-13 gangs, as the same as that Venezuelan gang in Colorado. They're all the same pieces of crap,
I believe they're connected. Yes, I
and they're
believe they're
connected. And
connected.
who pays them?
But Sheinbaum, you know that
Fast
the
and
Mexican
Furious with
president,
Obama and
well, the
Eric.
Mexican president come out and said when she was fucking elected, "Come and fucking kill me, motherfuckers! Come and get me! I dare you!" And she has a big. They're
Everybody
gonna
knows
kill
how
her.
to
They've already
act.
tried to kill her like God 15, 16 times.
I don't believe that. She's part of the act.
I don't
She's a
know, man. I
joke.
don't know. The Mexican government and the cartels have always been at war with each other. And we gave the guns not
That's
only
the
to the Mexican
best
government, but
act.
to the cartels
Oh,
to
come
fight
on,
each
Joe.
other.
If our government does it, their government does it because it's not about the governments, it's about the Illuminati.
Yeah, maybe so. Yeah. Well, that's
Maybe
how
so.
it happened. That's what I remember back in the day that's how it happened. I
Joe,
think it was Jimmy
they've
Carter that did it.
always fucked with our minds, dude.
Hmm?
I mean,
Bad.
I'm not, listen, it doesn't matter either way. It's a horrible, horrible situation, a horrible thing that happened to these young teens. And if it's because of something like that, do they have the guy?
No,
So they don't know nothing about it. They don't know who did it.
they don't say anything about it. Doesn't say anything about that they caught him.
And this was what, like a week ago already.
Yeah, February 27th. And it wasn't until March 2nd that they discovered the bodies.
Oh my God, those poor parents. Isn't there enough crap going? How the hell did he do that? It couldn't have been one person then. Are they saying it's one person?
It's one person.
Get
Something
real.
else.
I can't say, I mean, unless he had like a bomb or a grenade or something to terrorize them. See, terror happens everywhere. It
Yeah,
can happen
I wonder
individually.
if it was really just one person,
That's
because
what I'm
that's
saying.
9 people that he killed.
No kidding. And if I were one of those gals, I'd be one of the ones that had escaped, I'll tell you that.
Yeah.
So the one kid that escaped hasn't said anything.
No, not that I know of. It doesn't say anything about that. It just says one might have
How can
escaped.
this article just totally disappear? How could like the rest of this we hear about Gene Hackman all the time, which Mama Helen, I will watch. I was gonna watch it before the show so we can talk about Gene Hackman, that video you sent, but I didn't realize it was like a half hour long. So I'll watch it later because there are things. I think Joe said it, the dog was in a closet. It was not, it was in a cage,
Yeah,
right?
it was in a cage. Yeah, they said it was in a cage.
Originally, they did say it was in a closet, at least in his
Hmm.
area, in his neck of the woods, right?
Yeah,
And I believe one was dead for a week prior to the other one dying. See, it doesn't make sense because I don't think there was a toxicology report, and that's what I was waiting for. They just only what I heard from the sheriff of Santa Fe, all he said was that um there was no carbon monoxide and there was a very light leak in the
in the
oven that
kitchen.
would, yeah, in
Right,
the oven that would never have caused such a. But what about I mean, there was pills on the floor, weren't they?
right,
I'm waiting
right.
for the toxicology. That's what my husband even said, and I was like,
So,
yes, there were
they
pills.
said, and you heard him say it that she died. There was pills all around her when they found her, but yet they're saying that her cause of death is the hantavirus. The hantavirus is the black
No, it was
death.
a heart attack.
Yeah, but Jay, they
She
said
had a heart
hantavirus.
attack, is what I heard. There's a lot of different. See,
There's too many.
leave it to Gene Hackman to leave this earth in such a. This,
You know, it
I
says
wouldn't doubt if he did it
Betsy
himself.
Arkawa died
There's
of
also,
hantavirus.
listen, there's also reasoning that he may have been found out because he's probably been on Epstein Island or at P. Diddy parties and they gave up their lives. And the poor dog starved. She might not have, but he did. That's my guess. Because, or somebody went after them. God knows. I mean, tunnels under the house, that's a fact. Even in the area, it seems like there are ways to do things like that, which I thought, a bit sandy, but
It's not sandy. It's granite rock.
granite, yeah.
Granite rock and dirt. That's the mountains. That's the hardcore mountains up there
Doesn't
in Santa
granite
Fe.
preserve
Yeah.
too? All right. I am so sorry for the parents of those students and all the family and loved ones and friends that they had. It's just, I mean, I'm always sorry for for anybody that passes, but this, and going as far as dismembering, was it supposed to be assigned to Trump? I mean, is that what the guy is saying?
Just doesn't make sense. It has to be something. Maybe it is. I don't know. And
That's now a serial killer on the
yes it
loose.
is.
Let's
Yes it is.
explain how serious this can be. A serial killer that might have a particular vengeance on Trump, or who knows, he could be he could have been deported,
True.
ruined everything. I was listening to the sheriff of Polk County, that's here in Florida, and he was talking about this man who came into. You want to tell the other news first before I tell this story? Because I know you're going to be driving soon. You tell
Ken,
the next, tell that story first, and then I'll go back to this. Um, because DeSantis actually, it was more than DeSantis. It was the Speaker of the House of Florida and a bunch of other people. But I'll get back to it. You talk about the next subject. Um, the Hamas.
Oh
Look
yeah.
at it, the revoked,
Mm,
yeah.
yeah. So the State Department has revoked the visa of a student who participated in protesting in favor of Hamas. And so that's the first student that's had their visa um, revoked. First one, right? Yesterday evening, they revoked the first visa of an alien who previously cited for criminal behavior in connection with Hamas supporting disruptions. This individual was a university student. ICE will proceed with removing this person from the country. They didn't say who it is. They
You
didn't
got that
say
Elon
what's,
Omar worker that deported, you said it earlier, deported for,
yeah.
just deported himself.
Yeah,
I don't know
self-deport.
if he worked with her, you said, or
Yep.
I heard it this morning too, so I'm just not surprised. You know, it's easier to get out of this country and get lost before they realize that you were in on something much, much worse.
Well, yeah. Well, he revoked the grants of what, $400 million? Is it 400 million in grants from elite university over anti-Semitism? That's Columbia and that other university, I think in New York, Columbia University in New York.
Yeah. Hmm.
Yeah, 400 million in federal grants
On
gone
Columbia Street.
because they're involved with they support that terrorist Hamas or whatever that terrorist group is that
So
they're
it's
supporting.
it's only one so far, right? That's the first one and the only one.
University. Yep. So far, that's the first one. Wow.
We're gonna
Because
have
they
a
harassed those Jewish students. And they did. They harassed them.
good
They
morning,
made no
Alan.
mistake.
Gas leak doesn't sound logical if they unalived a week apart, right? And I'm pretty
Yeah.
sure it was a week apart, right, Joe?
Yeah.
I'm gonna listen to it, and we are going live tonight. We are doing Flat Earth tonight,
Yeah.
guys. It's been promised for so long, and finally, me and Dana got it together. I don't know what happened last time. I think we got our hours confused because by 11:30, 12 o'clock, if I don't do my jumping jacks, I'm going to sleep. But tonight at 10 Eastern, that would be 7 Pacific time. Right, Joe? Specific time.
Yes, ma'am.
Specific. Pacific.
Yes.
Specific time.
The
I don't know
Pacific.
what.
The Pacific.
Um, and you know what Dana said he also has a poem for us.
Oh, nice.
So I can't
Awesome.
wait. Everybody rest up.
Awesome
This should
sauce.
be interesting.
Oh, yeah.
So it'd be 8 o'clock your time, Joe. That's all right with you,
Right.
huh? You work till
Yes, ma'am.
7.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I do work till 7.
There was I can't remember her name right now. Before I go on with the other story, let me see if I could find her name. Nancy sent it to me. Everybody sends me such I wish that's why I opened the email, by the way, the liberally challenged at gmail.com. I will look at everything until I see like, some kind of porno or something really bad. Just believe me, I've seen worse, so I don't care. I'll just delete you. But other than that, um, I'll put your stuff up or I'll mention it, unless we've already had done so. Um, what was her name? Laura Logan.
There, Logan. I like
Have
her.
you ever, I've seen her a couple of times,
Yeah.
and this time she was talking about what they have been finding out with regards to sex trafficking. They found out a lot,
Yes,
basically,
they did.
and things that I've said before. I have said that they do use video games. They use computers, video games. I mean, everybody knows that we know something is up, like they're listening to us or, but specifically for children, they've used Discord because in Europe, I think in Europe, they use Discord for video games to talk to each other, like when they play like Warcraft or what's the other one? Fortnite, those kind of games, they connect. And I've
Right.
said this before that Sony PlayStation has done this in beta, and it was I loved it. I really did, but I could see how people can obviously abuse it and hurt children because, children find out how to get on there. I would have at 11. Shit, yeah. You know, um it gets worse. So, okay, we know that they're abusing these systems that are made for children, or not specifically made for children, but children are using. Because, when children register for YouTube, are they really going to say that they're 18 or that they're under 18 rather? But you know what I'm saying? Like, there's a whole bunch of parents that don't even know better. It's not even that, and it's sad, but they're technologically what's the word? Indis
Challenge.
challenged. Oh yeah, like literally challenged. Hello, Carolyn, right? Um, but the worst by far that this video that this Lara Logan had pointed out was what's going on in Texas with the sex trafficking. Apparently it's a thing. Joe, you're gonna freak out. I didn't tell you this, did I? Did I tell you this?
What?
It's fucking sick, my friends. I'm sorry to do this to your Saturday morning, but they found out that little boys are what's going or popular in Texas, all of Texas. She wasn't specific about anything. Sorry, I had to add humor. But little boys are the thing. And the people that want these little boys are husbands and wives, married couples. I just when I told my husband that, I just saw his face because he used to deal with a lot of shit, but he's not used to hearing this crap anymore because he doesn't want to, and I don't blame him. But
Right.
when I do, I
Maybe
do
either.
keep him up with the, things like that because it's not a conspiracy. You don't go on shows and tell these things. These are the people that are finding out the truth of the world that we live in. And I give them more credit because that's what Trump's going on. All of us. What did China do? Joe, didn't China say, "Hey, we'll pay you 130,000. Tell us where are the rest of our Chinamen are"?
That's exactly right. They sure did.
This happens, people.
Yep. Be right back.
You have to believe in the rest of the community. We are one in many, many ways. And there you go. I just tried to explain it another way. So be careful with these gaming systems, parents, grandparents. I know I have a lot of grandparents out there that watch. There are quite a few. How do I know? Because I could see the age, the analysis of the age who watches like the show. And a lot of you are just my age or older. A handful underneath. But it makes sense. That would make sense to me anyhow. So there's that. I'm sorry, I'm always the bearer of bad news, but you can't pick and choose. I have to say what I'm telling you to go look her up, Lara Logan. It was a fantastic interview. She's like, I don't remember who the man was,
She's the
but
long, yeah, she has long, curly blonde hair. She used to go to the universities all the time.
She
She went
she
to
has
the Trump
long blonde.
rallies
She
all
has a
the time.
little bit of an accent. I'm not sure. She's been on like I've seen
Right.
her on.
Long blonde hair, curly.
No, it's not curly. I don't think so. Maybe she's had I've only seen
Yeah,
her
it's curly. Wait,
wavy. It's not curly. I have
no,
wavy hair, but it's straight right now. It does whatever. But these
fucker.
facts are coming out, and it's their independent media is picking them up. It's we the people. Good morning, Joseph.
Hey, Joe.
You're breaking up a lot, Joe. You're not plugged in, are you?
Sorry.
Are you plugged in?
No, I
Okay.
am not. Fucking Russian.
I have time to tell the story.
Yeah, yep, you do.
I'm not actually not sure who sent me this one, or maybe I just found it myself. Guys, I'm really sorry. I love to give everybody recognition, but until I see it in my emails, until we see it in the liberally challenged at gmail.com, I won't remember what I can't. There's too many and so many important information and videos. I can't possibly go through them all. I don't know how people do this for a living. I really don't. Because I take up a lot of my life doing this. Many people do, but at least they make, it's a job for them. Excuse me.
Rough.
This one is heart-wrenching too. I can't, when children are messed with, anti-Ca kicks in to Warrior Ca. Um, in Polk County here in Florida, this man by the name of Alvaro Jimenez. Am I saying that right, Joe? Maybe you could say it better. Jimenez. It doesn't
Well,
matter.
Jimenez. Jimenez.
Jimenez. Jimenez. Oh,
Jimenez, right.
he came here.
Jimenez. The J has an H sound.
There is no J. It is an H.
Oh,
I don't know.
Jimenez.
What? This is not a Spanish lesson.
If there's an H, you don't pronounce the H. It's Jimenez.
Siéntate. Sit down. Um, he came here illegally in 2019 with a child. The mom was not with them. I'm not sure how old the child was, maybe like 8 or 9 at that time. And he he was following ICE's rules from 2019 to about 2021, I think, when he started inappropriately messing around with this female child who they didn't say if it was his or not, by the way. I don't think it was. The story didn't imply that it was, but they never said who the mother was or the father. I hate questions left unanswered like that. So he entered the country with this child in 2019, followed ICE till 2021, then started messing around with this child, sexually deviancy on this child. She was 12 to 15 when he started doing this. And then I don't know. And oh, this was the weird because you think she has to go to school, whatever. Well, she spoke. It's they were from Guatemala, and there are parts of Guatemala that speak a very old Mayan language, and it's hard to translate. It's hard to get people to translate. So basically, this girl made no friends. She didn't speak the language. Apparently, he probably didn't let her learn it or go to school or anything. And he was going to keep her. as a hostage till, he was good and done, I guess. But she
Sex slave.
somehow figured out, or, after, I mean, thank goodness we do have social media. You can't really hide from TV or electronics these days. That she knew better to call 911, and they got her. And thank God this 15-year-old was, I think she was 15 years old when it was all over for her. This was recent, but the sheriff just came out with it like last week. And I liked this sheriff, not that I remember his name, but he was explaining he was happy with the Speaker of the House in Florida. He was happy with DeSantis because they all signed it through this higher level for these felons. So whatever he actually was going to suffer through is going to be 3 times worse. So he'll probably be in prison for life. But the sheriff was smart enough to say, and guess whose dime that's on? Your dime, my dime, the taxpayer's dime. This illegal came in with a child. Now we have to take care of both of them, unless we find the mother, hopefully. But this guy is going to be in prison on our tax
God.
money. hmm I do like Florida. I gotta tell you, even the sheriff from Santa Fe that I started watching that Mama Helen sent me about the Hackman, I prefer to hear it from these people's mouths if I'm gonna watch any news at all. You know what I mean? The sheriffs, the people in charge, the people that
Corrupt fuckers.
are we close to the FBI or do we pass
We
them?
are definitely close. Turning left.
I'm glad. I think the story of I think Pam Bondi was actually in the Florida State. Was she in the House State of Attorneys before she became secretary?
He was
Because
the state attorney there.
she was, right? So maybe she
Yeah,
had something to
AG.
do with the bill. I'm not sure.
She was the AG. She was the AG in during Florida during Trump's first administration. She, I think she thought she might have been was going to become the AG during his first term, but she didn't for some reason.
Well, there were reasons. There's
Yeah.
always reasons. They do nothing without practice.
Maybe I wonder if just to get her
You
freaking
don't
blood
do,
boiling.
my friends, you don't make a plan for 60, 70, 80 years and get it wrong.
That's right. Got to make it. It's got to go down good.
Everything said and done is
In the
well
north,
rehearsed.
right?
Did you see the lunar landing? The Athena?
Right.
It was a big fizzle. But because I was just thinking we had the other one that crashed, right?
Yeah, the SpaceX one that blew up, did it?
What was it called
But
though? Yeah, it looked really awesome. Like I saw the video of it. It looked pretty
it
cool.
did.
Like
The lights were cool.
it was the Starship rocket. But I don't know if people know Athena is Greek. It's a Greek goddess. And I know she means a few things. I knew she meant like artsiness, like some kind of craftsmanship or something.
Got you up.
But I also remember, and I looked it up to make sure that she meant warfare.
Buildings are
Athena was a
inside.
strong Greek god. What?
I'm right there. I'm almost there. 3 buildings away. What do you want me to say?
No, you're fired.
Fire, motherfuckers.
You're fired. No motherfuckers. Just say crooked FBI.
You're fired now, you crooked fuckers!
You messed it up, but it's all right. I haven't put him in shorts. Chris did a really funny short. It was so stupid. It was like, oh, the washing machine's not working, and neither are we, or something. It was hysterical. Like, God, it got so many views. Not just on our channel, though. He's got a lot of channels. In fact, he's got a Rumble channel, which I want. I think we need one. I might have one. I don't even know. So yeah, so Athena does mean warfare. It does mean like craftsmanship or craftsman. I don't know. And it also means wisdom. But why warfare? Like why are we sending that to the moon? I don't know.
Aren't they gonna make a base on the moon and then launch from the moon to
Yeah,
Mars?
no, but I'm saying why send a module up called Athena when it means warfare? I mean, it means wisdom. It does mean arts, which could be like exploratory, like it's like the starship, supposed to be, or Star Trek even, to boldly go, right? Which is poor English, Gene Roddenberry. Poor English. My dad used to make fun of it all the time. Um, it should be to go boldly.
When our mountains get
Oh no,
snow.
you explained it to me one time. I laughed. It really doesn't matter because who the hell cares, right? It's going to be fun tonight. I hope you guys join us for the flat Earth theory. I'm going to see. Chris said he may come. Dana's definitely come. Me and Joe will be there. Maybe Helen will come on. I'm not sure. I hope certain people will be either in the audience or dare to come on Zoom. I won't say your names because I don't, there's at least three of you that I know might be interested in coming on Zoom. You don't have to show your picture, although I think you all have before. Because I'd like to know personally, this is my main question. Trump is in office, to me and to many of the people that are conspiracists, we believe it's all over. Not all over, but like most of it is, all the big stuff is handled. So why would NASA or Space Force or any of these, um, Tesla, why would they lie to us? Why would SpaceX be lying to us still? Back in the day, fine. NASA, I can agree with. We never went to the moon. I've proven it to myself over and over. Flags do not move in vacuumed areas. All right, there is no waving of flags. And you could see it wave. Um, who was the cameraman? I mean, there were lines. You could see in books that they have lines, pictures in books of wires and even the material, some of it looks like regular aluminum foil. I mean, so yeah, there's definitely, but now, why now? I mean, they just came out with Gaia, BH1, black hole, the first black hole, Gaia, in a neighboring system. That the first black hole that we can, really get close to, observe, and understand it. I mean, why would that happen? Gaia means Earth, by the way. I don't know if you guys know that. Gaia is Mother Earth.
All right.
It does have like an Earth-like planet around it. I think maybe that's why they call it Gaia. You ready? You're gonna sell some?
Yeah.
Cause my brother.
Has. Peace out, guys.
Peace out. Peace. Peace out. Go. See you later. Be ready for tonight.
Bye, guys. Bye bye.
Bye. So, okay. I just find it kind of odd, and I can't wait to ask these questions tonight. No, not right now. Give me like 5 minutes, huh? My stepson just came back from dropping his dad off at the airport. I hate this stupid flying. Yeah, I just need a minute because I'm just gonna say, I'm gonna make a meme, put it on to in like an hour. It's gonna say the time. I'm not gonna put the Zoom number up. You can email me if you want to come into the Zoom. How do you email me? theliberallychallenged@gmail.com. Joe and I both have it. I'm gonna give it to Chris. I'll give it to Mama Helen. I've had technical problems in the group, and I'm not sure what's going on. So if I can't answer you right away, somebody will. And with that being said, I think we'll go. We'll see you at 10 o'clock tonight. Alan, thanks for stopping by. Joseph, there's a few others in the chat. Love you all. Can't wait for tonight. It's going to be some fun, some conspiracy fun. I am definitely going to try to make this show where people understand it's more conspiracy. All right. Take care. See you later. Enjoy your Saturday, guys.